most of you are probably familiar with it because that's where we start usually when we begin our research process, right? I'll talk briefly about search engine optimization benefits and why Google Scholar is a good place to start and kind of get a profile going. I'll walk you through the steps of how to quickly build a profile, and then I'll talk about some pros and cons, and that's where we're going to take our in today. So this is my Google Scholar profile, and I was telling Romy this morning I was really nervous to share this, but it's already out there online, so I don't know what my qualms are about. I also wanted to share this because I wanted to show you kind of how they track your metrics. So it's a stripped down version of what you might see in detail on academy.edu or ResearchGate. You'll notice that there's this wonderful chart here that shows you your citations over time and includes H-index and I-10 index, which are more heavily used in the sciences. In fact, the H-index was developed by a physics professor to track citations and just kind of crossover. So those of us in the humanities might be thinking, wow, that's a really low H-index. Well, yeah, it is, but we're in the humanities, so we're kind of used to getting the short end of the stick, right? So I just wanted to show you what it looks like from kind of like your dashboard view, and I'm just kind of curious, how many of you have a Google Scholar profile already? 2 people? Okay, cool. Well, good.
Thank you for making me feel better about the H and I-10 index.
I mean, I remember looking at that, I was like, I'm looking at other scholars, like, oh, it's so low. But anyway, some benefits of Google Scholar. You can quickly get a profile up and running online. You can link it to either your faculty profile page, your personal web page, and you can quickly plug in keywords that contextualize your research. I uploaded my faculty headshot, but no photo is required. You don't have to do that if you don't want. And yes, I also want to point out too, a couple of these things, like I have a book review up here, 2 conference papers that came from conference proceedings. So you can add other things aside from just like articles and book chapters as well. Okay, so what does it take to create a profile? One of the benefits I think of using Google Scholar is that you have the Google algorithm kind of behind you as you build your profile, so it is instantly searchable, and as long as you kind of walk through a few steps, which I'll go through here to kind of set it up well, it kind of takes care of itself in some ways. Adding your publications, you can add them manually. You can set it to automatically add your publications without you checking them, and you can also set Google Scholar to add your publications automatically, and it'll send you an email to say, hey, review this. Are you the Liz Lane that wrote this article? You might think it's funny, but there's 3 Liz Lanes in academia, 2 of which are in the UK. So I just say, I'm Liz Lane in the US. And then Google Scholar is trying to build, and it's done pretty well, build this database of scholars. So it's connecting to ProQuest, Taylor and Francis, things like that. Make your profile public. You might not be aware that you have to actually make your Google Scholar profile public when you first build it. That's important, an important step to remember. Just to make yourself searchable, as Melanie was saying, having control over what people find about you online, that's important too. I always tell my students that as you're making a website, make sure you are controlling what people can find about you and your scholarship online. You can add co-authors pretty quickly. However, I found that I tried to add a couple of my co-authors yesterday. Some of them are not on Google Scholar, so you want to make sure if you want to grow your network and show who your co-authors are, gently ask them to also create a Google Scholar profile, but that also helps extend your SEO reach too. Data and tracking, some benefits here. Citations are easy for you to track and download. I'll show you how to do that. So you can actually upload them to other systems too. So you can download like a RefWorks or a CSV file, like a spreadsheet file of your work. And then of course, H-index, you can obsessively check that too if you're interested in that. So, however, like I said, it's kind of depressing. Okay, so creating your basic profile, editing it. Those are my keywords, how I define who I am. It verifies your email, actually make sure you're a real person. So like I said, it's a very stripped down version of what you might find on ResearchGate or academia.edu. These are the update settings that I really wanted to highlight because this is where you get to say, like, okay, add my articles automatically that you find while Google trolls the web, or please don't add them automatically, send me an email to review them. I've definitely gotten emails that say, hey, this is an article by Liz Lane at Harvard. I'm like, that's definitely not me, so please don't add that to my profile. So, okay, adding publications. At the bare minimum, when you start your Google Scholar profile, it'll already present to you what it has associated with your name. So at the bare minimum, do a search for your name and its iterations. So for me, like my dissertation is under ET Lane. I go by L Lane or Liz Lane sometimes, so just see like different ways your name might be mentioned as you search for and add articles using the plus button here. So you have several options based on that. And then correct these as needed. You can also distinguish what's associated with your profile there. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Make your profile public. Make sure you check that box at the end of your edit your profile page. I just a link to my homepage just because it's there. I have it. But a lot of people do link to their faculty profile pages, which is good too. Again, just kind of bridging that connection between SEO and making your profile findable and searchable. Okay. Pretty simple. Adding co-authors. Oops, I somehow did not include that screenshot, but adding co-authors is the place to add that to it's on the edit version of your profile. I can log into mine here in a minute and show you and walk around as well. Okay, one of the most helpful things I've found about using Google Scholar over the years is that you can easily export your citations in different versions. So we know that when we go to Google Scholar and we search for something, there's a little quotation mark button to cite it quickly in different citation formats. When you're looking at your profile on your end of things, you don't quite have that. So the quickest way to export your citations is to just kind of select them all in your Google profile, and you can have these options here to export them as BibTeX, EndNote, RefMan, or CSV. So over here is a CSV of my publications exported in a spreadsheet, which is helpful for annual reviews, quickly updating your CV, things like that. And then I quickly turned around and I took this spreadsheet once I exported it from Google Scholar, and I was able to upload it into ORCID, which is another kind of citation management tracker. So instead of like sitting there and populating my ORCID profile, I was just able to quickly update or upload this data and update it. So that was really